Hey guys, how's it going? Nick here, and I want to talk a little bit today about the perk system in Fallout 76. Now, I wanted to put this in my year-end review, but I wanted to create its own separate video because I think there's a lot of improvements that could be made in this system alone. Now, I said previously that I think that this perk system is vastly superior than Fallout 4's perk system. If you guys haven't played Fallout 4, kind of makes it seem like you have to pick certain perks every single run or you're going to have a bad time. In this game, it sort of feels along the same way, but I think that they have improved it a little and that they can tweak it further to make it more of an RPG experience for us. Now, after putting a bunch of hours into Fallout 76, I discovered that me and a lot of other players were just using the same perks because it was just a quality of life thing. We needed as much carry weight as possible. We needed to do this amount of damage, and everyone was sort of running the same perks no matter what build they were using. That was my biggest criticism about Fallout 4, and although this is a new way to get to that point, it is still the same result at the end of the game. So I was thinking of ways that Bethesda can change things up and make people sort of fall into more of a build or a role-playing scenario. Now, a couple of users on Reddit said that there should be a bunch of passive perks in this game, and I sort of agree. Everybody seems to be running the perks that reduce carry weight like Junkrat, Martial Artist, and Scattershot, and it takes up a lot of your perk pool resources. You can't choose those other perks because you need to focus on your carry weight, you need to focus on reducing the weight of your food, and since this is more a survival type game, you are carrying more things. You have to make more trips back to your camp. You really have to plan out the resources that you want to carry, so that has sort of forced these players to take this sort of role. Now, I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. People that are scavengers should be focusing on the perks to reduce carry weight, but the other perks don't really balance out to make it worth more than that extra little weight in their inventory. And so this game needs to split the perks up into passive perks and active perks. Passive perks are perks that are always going to be active for you. You don't have to worry about unequipping and re-equipping them. And the active perks are going to be ones that are more situational, ones that you can switch out for different scenarios. And I compiled a list of perks that I think should be added to the passive list. Now, these aren't hard and fast rules. I don't think that I have the best opinion on what perks should be passive, but these are just my ideas. For the strength category, we have Bandolier, which reduces the ballistic ammo weight. This one costs 3 if you want to reduce all the weight of your bullets, so this is one that you shouldn't be switching on and off. You probably want to keep this on all the time. We also have Scattershot, which is reducing the weight of the shotgun, Strong Back, which gives you more carry weight, Sturdy Frame, which reduces the carry weight of your armor, and Traveling Pharmacy, which reduces the carry weight of your chems. The perception category don't really have much, but I really think that the picklock perks and the hacking perks and intelligence should both be passive abilities. It is really frustrating to have to unequip and re-equip whenever you need it, almost to the point where I will just leave the picklocking and hacking perks equipped all the time, and that just takes up valuable special pool points. And in endurance, I don't really think that any of these really need to be passive perks. I don't focus on endurance too much, but the only one I really think that would qualify as a passive perk would be All Night Long, suffering less from hunger and thirst. And this one, I think, has to be locked behind a really high level gate, so that way you're not utilizing this early on. This makes it more of an end game ability where you actually feel like you're better at surviving. The only charisma perks that I think would classify as a passive perk would either be Hard Bargain and Travel Agent. Again, I think these should be locked behind high level gates because This is another one of those perks like pick locking or hacking where it really frustrates me to have to equip it and unequip it each time I either want to trade or fast travel. So I think by making it a passive perk, something that you always have is that you actually have to unlock, makes your character feel stronger once you reach that point again. And intelligence, I think, has the highest number of perks that I think that should be added to passive. Things like gunsmith, the hacker perks, science, and makeshift warrior. These are perks that you're going to equip if you want to craft stuff, and they even have the added bonus of increasing the durability of guns or melee weapons that you have equipped. Now, both gunsmith and makeshift warrior cost 5 at its max level if you want to maximize that durability, and that just takes way too much out of your pool of points. Perks like these needed to be added to the passive list because, like I was saying, this game should make you feel like your character is growing and evolving instead of just swapping out cards that are giving you certain abilities. Things like learning how to craft the higher weapon and armor mods should be passive as something that you should be working to unlock as you level up. In agility, the only ones that I would add is packing light and true hiker. Again, the only ones that reduce the carry weight of stuff in your inventory. We've gone over this. And in luck, I don't really think any of these should be passive. These ones are actually pretty good and situational, so I would leave the luck category alone. But there you have it, guys. These are the perks that I think that should be added to the passive section if they do decide to implement more perk cards into this game. That is something that they said that they are planning to do, but the problem with that, when they add new perks, we're going to have to swap out things that we don't want to have to swap out. That means we have to actually prioritize this new perk over something that is a real necessity. And this allows Bethesda to add a lot more interesting and situational perks that we are actually going to want to choose over these necessity passive perks. Again, I don't know if something like this is actually going to be implemented. I really like the fact that Bethesda is listening to us, taking our feedback, and actually implementing new things, actually adding in a new PvP mode where a couple of months ago they seemed to be all anti-griefer, but we have kind of played this game for about a month now, and we all know that the PvP in this game is completely non-existent. And if they are willing to switch up that, maybe they're willing to change a few systems as well. I really think that the perk system can be fine-tuned and turn into the best system that we've seen so far. But there you have it, guys. That's going to be my opinions for any updates to the perk system in Fallout 76. I want to know what your thoughts are. Go ahead and put in comments section below what you guys think could be improved in the perk system, if you guys think that the perk system is fine how it is, or just let me know what perks you would like added to the game. I think that there's a lot of ideas and a lot of things that they could do to bring new life into the game. I want to take this opportunity to remind you guys that we are going to be doing a giveaway tomorrow on our Discord server. Me and Pure Savagery, the owner of Decrypt, are going to be live streaming Nuke Queen kills, and we invite you guys to join us if you guys have never killed the Queen before, or if you guys find it hard to group up with people, you can join us, and we're going to be farming nukes for a few hours, so it's going to be a fun time. I want to also remind everyone that this is only going to be on PC, although I wish I could do this on the other consoles. I just don't have the game on them, so we just can't run nukes at this time. And I also want to take this time to thank everyone who's been supporting me and watching my videos and joining the Discord. Again, I know my content has been sporadic lately. The end of the year has been completely busy for me, dealing with a whole bunch of things in and out of work. So I'm hoping that now that the new year is here, I'm going to have a lot more time to create content for you guys. I have a lot of ideas for this channel. It's going to kind of divert away from Fallout 76, although I'm still going to be covering it and playing it, of course, when the new content drops. But I'm excited to try Anthem. I think I'm going to start live streaming Kingdom Hearts 3 when that game comes out, for those of you who are interested. So, yeah, again, thank you guys for checking out my content. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all my social media, so you guys can be notified whenever I do anything. I also stream on Twitch, so be sure to follow me on there. All of that is in the description down below. I want to thank you guys for checking out this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.